Good morning, guys. We're going to take our music theory benchmark test today. So at the beginning of the year, we took a pre-test. We're going to take a benchmark test now, and that's going to judge how well we've grown, how much we've learned since we've been in chorus at the beginning of the year. And then at the end of the year, we're going to take a post-test and see how much we've learned overall. This assignment is formative. That means that if you get questions wrong, it doesn't matter. It doesn't hurt your grade any. You still get a 100% in the grade book as long as you try. So for each one of the questions, I'm going to ask you to try your best on it. If you can guess, if you can make an educated guess, go ahead and do so. If you don't know the answer to the question, that's okay. Put IDK or question mark or something like that. At the end, we're going to come back and we're going to count up how many we got right. Okay? So here's the first question. Question number 1. In 4/4 time, how many beats does this note receive? In 4/4 time, how many beats does this kind of note receive? Question number 2. In the key of C major, what is the solfege name, that's do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, of this note? In C major, what is the solfege name of this note? Question number 3. What key signature is depicted below? There are no sharps and no flats. In this area, there are no sharps and no flats. What does that tell you about the key signature? Again, if you don't know something, that's okay. Put a question mark or an IDK. But what key signature is depicted below? Question number 4. What is the letter name of this note? Letter name is A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I'm asking you for the letter name of this note. Question number 5. Write the following rhythm. It's in 4/4 time and it's 1 measure long. I will count it 3 times. First time it sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And one last time. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Question number 6. How many beats does this note usually receive? If we're in 4/4 time, how many beats does this note receive? Question number 7. Please fill in the blanks of this melodic minor scale. There are 3 blanks. Be careful, this is not the normal major scale. This is a melodic minor scale. Question number 8. What key signature is depicted below? It has 1 sharp. So we have a treble clef, and then we have 1 sharp. What does that tell us about the key signature? Question number 9. What does the circled marking below mean? What does this marking mean? Question number 10. Using solfege, that's do, re, mi, write down the following melody. The melody starts on do and it's 5 notes long. It sounds like this. Starts on do, da, 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 da. I'll sing it 2 more times. The melody starts on do, da, 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 da. One last time. The melody starts on do. Da, 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 da. Question number 11. How many beats does the following note receive in most time signatures? For example, if we were in 4/4 time, how many beats would this note receive? Question number 12. In the key of C major, what is the solfege name for the following note? If we're in the key of C major, what is the solfege name of this note? Question number 13. The following musical example starts in what key before modulating to what other key? At the beginning of the song, you are in what key? And then at the end, you have modulated to what key? Question number 14. What is the name of the following marking and what does it do? The marking circled here in red is called what? And what does it mean to do? Ladies and gentlemen, you have now finished the 14 questions of our pre and post test. We are now going to go over the answers. If you got the answer correct, you can circle the number, star it, smiley face, check mark, any of those things work. If you did not get the answer correct, leave that question alone and we will come back to it later. Again, I'm only worried about what you know. We can learn everything else. Question number 1. If you wrote that this note receives 1 beat in 4/4 time, you are correct. The correct answers would be 1 or 1 beat. Question number 2. In the key of C major, the solfege name for that note is so. If you wrote so, you are correct. Question number 3. There are no sharps or flats in the key signature area. That tells us that we are either in the key of C major or A minor. I would accept the answers C, C major, or A minor. On this one, the answer would be A, as in Alfred. We have a treble clef, and we are on the ledger line above the treble clef. That is where an A would be placed. Ladies and gentlemen, the rhythm that I gave you was 1, 2, 3, and 4. The correct answer is quarter, quarter, eighth, eighth, quarter. I apologize for my poor penmanship on the computer, but the correct answer is quarter, quarter, eighth, eighth, quarter. If this is what you have written, you are correct. Number 16, how many beats does this note usually receive? The correct answer is 3. Ladies and gentlemen, the blanks of this melodic minor scale are me, M-E, la, L-A, and ti, T-I. The whole scale should be do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Ladies and gentlemen, the key signature depicted below, 1 sharp, would be the key of G major, G as in Garfield. You could also write E as in Edward minor. I would accept G, G major, or E minor. The circled marking below, which is MP, stands for mezzo piano, which also means medium quiet. I would accept mezzo piano or medium quiet. On this question, I asked you to use solfege to write down the melody. That melody started on do and it sounded like this. Da, 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 da. That melody is do, re, mi, ti, do. If you had do, re, mi, ti, do, you are correct. I asked how many beats this note usually receives in most time signatures and gave you the example of 4/4 time. In 4/4 time, this dotted quarter note receives 1 1/2 beats. 1 1/2. In the key of C major, this F and the sharp attached to it, being F sharp, would be the note Fi, F-I. The correct answer is Fi. I asked what key this piece started in and what key it ended in. This is a C major chord in root position. We are firmly in the key of C major before we transition and modulate here, where we have a perfect authentic cadence to G major, as in Garfield. We have moved from C to G. The final question that I asked was in regards to the circled marking, what it is called and what it means. The marking is a tenuto, and it means to hold the note for its full length. If you wrote tenuto and hold the note, you are correct. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the questions for this music theory benchmark assessment. Please count up the number of questions that you got correct, ignoring the questions that you did not. Count that number up and write it largely off to the side on your paper and circle it. Now you're going to flip your paper over, and there are a few instructions on the back as we're going to listen to a couple of pieces that we're going to sing in the spring. Thank you.